Hello, everyone, welcome back. And if you guys are enjoying these stories, please let me know by liking, subscribing, etc. And just letting you know, I'm going to be doing something pretty exciting once I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm super excited. So if we hit 1,000 subscribers before this year is over, I'm going to do something pretty awesome on January 1st. So I am now going to be, let's just get right into it. Um, I'm going to be reading Bloody Mary Wales. Old Man Wales was an evil man who loved money more than anything in the world, except his wife. In his lust of wealth, he supplemented his farm income by catching runaway slaves who were escaping to freedom through India. Wales would chain the ex-slaves up in his barn cellar until he could collect the reward on them. When he could find slaves, he captured free men and sell them to slavery. The Civil War ended slavery. It was a disaster for evil Wales, who no longer had a prof- profitable source of income to supplement his farm work. And then his beloved wife died at childbirth. Overnight, Wales fell into pieces. He hated the child, a little girl named Mary, that was killed that had killed his wife. He neglected her, dressing her wages, making her to do all the farm chores, and half starving her. In spite of cruel treatment, Mary grew up into a sweet child who loved wicked father. As Mary reached adulthood, the resemblance to her dead mother was striking. Wales saw his dead wife every time he looked at the daughter, and who had caused her death. One night, after a heavy bout of drinking, Wales blundered into Mary's room and stabbed her repeatedly. Mary woke up screaming, trashed around in ignorance, trying to fight her life. Dramatic fathers as blood squirting everywhere, and beads of torn flesh littered the bedclothes and fell to the floor. When she was dead, Old Man Wales carried her down to the basement, dug an indifferent grave, and tossed her body into. 2 nights later, when Old Man Wales came back from his nightly chores, he found out Mary standing in the kitchen, nearly served, head lolling against one shoulder as she stirred an empty kettle. A pool of streaming blood lay beneath her feet, and bits of skin from the knife slashing face were breaking off, falling into the kettle. Father! Bloody Mary hissed, and the old whale. Come on. The old man whale screamed, leaping out of the kitchen door. He glanced over his shoulder, and apparition was gone. Uh, a week later, old man looked up reading the newspaper, finding Bloody Mary sitting in the chair opposite him, her knife slashed dress covered in blood. Her lattered hands were busy knitting him a shirt. Father, she hissed through the knife sword's lips. Bloody blood fell from her body like rain as she flew across the room towards him, knitting needles like the knives. Old Man Wales fled from the house in panic with two deep cuts scored across his back. Old Man Wales cowered, cowered in the barn from silver days, afraid to go in his house. After nearly a week of sleeping in the hay and eating raw food from the garden, he decided it was safe to return to the house. The spirit must be gone now. Old Man Wales hurried into the kitchen, urged to, for a washed and a shaved after sleeping many nights in the barn. He pumped an earee of water, took it over to a little shaving mirror they they kept in on the wall. Uh, he and and he pumped the ear water and took it over to a little shaving mirror they kept on the far wall. When he looked in the mirror, the old man whale saw a glowing red eyes and a knife sword face of Bloody Mary. Her once fair lips were split down in the center, and blood dripped from them as she was smiling heavily, evilly. Father, she hissed, raising the blood staining fingers. Her nails were long and sharpened like the claws of the beast. She reached out of the mirror and slapped her father twice across the face. Excuse me, I'm not sick, I promise. Blood screaming across his barn. Oh, wait. Slashes across his cheeks. He ran from the house and leaped from the safety of the barn, his heart pounding so hard his chest ached with it. Father, a voice hissed softly a few paces to the right. Old Man Whale screamed and hurled around. Bloody Mary stood smiling at him through the window, through, through her bloody stained razor sharp teeth. Her tattered tongue, it was bleeding from the silver places as if it had been scored by the butcher knife. She pointed out above her hands, and the old man whale saw the noise hanging from the rafters behind the ladder to the loft. The rope looked inviting, hanging there in a dust uh, speckled sunbeam. Obediently, old man Wales placed his hands on the rug, rung of the ladder and started to climb. That was pretty spooky and whatnot. Let me know what your guys' thoughts, and if you guys enjoy this video, please let me know by liking, subscribing, etc. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye!